welcome to another episode of With the Farmer. Of course, this new year, this is our official interview for the year. So I want to welcome you again.
Welcome, sir.
2025.
Happy New Year, sir. Welcome, sir.
Okay, so let's go straight into the video. We wanted to actually talk about how you can start a poultry farm in 2025. What are the things you need to consider when starting a poultry farm in 2025? So we have an expert here who has been in poultry industry more than a decade, and he wants to pull out from his wealth of experience to tell us what are the things that you need to know. How can you start a poultry farming in 2025?
Thank you, sir. Starting a poultry farm is not an hard stuff. Now, number one is like look at the location first.
So, okay, first of all, when you want to start a poultry farming, you consider location. So location is the first thing to consider.
So that you will not cause nuisance to people around you.
Okay.
If you are running on a large scale and you are in between a house and the pool of the farm is smelling, that means you have caused nuisance to the people around.
So
you have to prepare a location that is far from a residential house.
Okay, so let's put it this way. If you are starting on a large scale, so you have to consider location.
Yes.
Okay.
Even on a small scale, you also have to consider location. You have to consider a ventilated location.
Okay.
Because if it is not ventilated, it can cause disease to creep in. When there's much heat, much coldness, disease will come in.
Okay.
But when the weather is on a normal range, it will be free from disease.
Okay. So what we talk about location.
Another thing you have to consider is your hygiene.
Hygiene, okay.
Proximity to water, proximity to good road network.
Okay.
Because now you have raised chicken, maybe broiler 6 weeks, or layers when they started laying. Proximity to good road network will give you the best way of selling to the masses.
Okay. So we talk about the location, we talk about the proximity to the road, and we talk about
hygiene.
So now, okay, what about we don't want to talk about the financial part yet, which all these things still falls under land.
Yes.
What about the capital?
Yeah. Starting poultry farm now, because of the economy, because of the inflation in the economy.
Okay.
Poultry farm now, you have nothing less than 500,000 naira to start
a poultry farm. At least on a small scale.
On a small scale.
Not on a large scale.
Nothing less than 500,000 naira to start a poultry farm. Because even out of last week, a bird of layer now, of pullet now, is 1,300 naira. A day old bird, 1,300 naira. I'm talking of broiler, 1,200, 1,250. Now, if you are buying a carton, that's almost 60,000 naira.
Yes, almost 60,000 naira. That's a carton.
Now, feeding takes 80% of the production.
Feeding is on the high side.
It's on the high side. So, starting a poultry farm now in 2025, you have to consider a lot of things. Capital first, the location, hygiene, proximity to water, good source of water.
Okay.
Because when the water is not well okay, it can introduce disease to the animal.
Into the
good road network.
Because of at least in order for you to have a way of transporting your goods back to the market, and also
marketplace.
If you want to
bring feed into the farm.
Okay. So what about staff? How can you manage the labor that you are going to use should someone also consider labor in when you want to start your poultry farm?
Yeah, you can consider labor. Depend on how your farm is. Depend on the scale at which you start your farm.
Okay, what will you advise? We said someone should start with by using his or herself to first start the poultry compared to hiring a labor to support in the then what is the number of birds that is needed before you say you want to hire more hands?
First of all, you can start yourself
Okay.
before you hire other people. On one condition, if that is your sole means of income.
Okay. If you don't have another
If you do have another means of business,
okay.
then you can start yourself. You can be doing it yourself. But when you see that it's getting large, around 500 barrels, then the bulk of work will be much. So you have to shed it.
Okay.
If you're having like 500 broilers, that means you have to like have one person with you. So if you are carrying water, the person will be carrying feed.
Okay.
If you are carrying medication, the person will be carrying syringe and needle for you to for everything to go well, so that it will not weigh you down.
Okay. What about in this 2025 now? Starting a poultry, you have to consider the location.
Yeah,
You have
location.
to consider the cost of
Transportation,
you have to consider cost of transportation, the road
network,
to the farm, and then
proximity to good water.
proximity to good water and feed. Then you
Very,
have
very
to
essential.
consider the cost of starting. Are you starting on a large scale or you are starting on the small scale? If you are starting on a large scale, the number of birds that is needed at least 500 in order for you to hire more hands. And if that is your sole source of income that you want to use, oh no, I think anyone that is starting a fetch will not want to use it as a sole source of income, of course. Now,
It depends. Oh. You know, some people they go for vocational training. They say, okay, they don't have anything doing before, but you know, like some housewife.
yes.
Some housewife want to do it. I have somebody that is an housewife, and I taught her how to rear birds. That's now her sole source of income.
Okay.
Apart from what her husband give her.
Okay.
And she's controlling up to 500 birds now. Herself.
Okay. So these are some of the things. So now capital is even the most important thing.
Very, very essential.
Very because of the high cost of. So in our next video, we are going to.
And my advice is that don't borrow to start the business first.
Don't borrow to start your poultry business, farming,
because if it fails, it all lies on you. And if you are going to that business, don't be on a mono. Diversify.
So with this, we come to the end of this video. So this is actually the part one of if you want to start a poultry farming, what you need to know if you want to start a poultry farming in 2025. Till we come your way in our part two of this video, please don't forget to like this video, turn on notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. So see you in our next video.
Thank you.